All right, what is going on today, Sequence family? Today we are going to cover our body weight routine 1 for our August workouts. So the first exercise that we are going to do is going to be a squat with a slow eccentric. All that means is we're going down slowly. Now, if you're doing this workout for the first time, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna walk you through the workout. I'll show you the first exercise that you're gonna do. You can always pause this video, do your additional sets, whether you're doing 1, 2, or 3 sets, pause, and then press play as soon as you're ready to move on to the next things. So the first round, you're gonna notice this is called A1 and A2. It's going to be 2 exercises together. It's gonna be that slow squat, and then it's going to be a push-up, which is also going to be slow and controlled. I'm by a wall, so if you have access to a wall, that's fantastic. I would recommend starting there. You can, of course, go down onto your knees or do a regular push-up if that works for you. So for this squat with this slow eccentric, what we're gonna do is we're going to have our feet just outside of shoulder width. We're gonna put our hands right here, and we're gonna go down nice and slow. So think like a 3-second count, probably going a little bit slower than that. We'll go until our elbows get the inside of our knees, and then we're gonna come right back up. Now, if you have any kind of knee injury or if that's bothersome, what I want you to do is think about sitting back more. Okay, we're still going down slow. We're sitting back more. Notice my knees aren't traveling forwards. And if that's as far down as we can go, that's great. That's what we're gonna stick with. So it's going to be 10 of these, just like this. Again, I'm sitting back more, especially if we have any kind of knee issues. If not, we can do the squat just like this, letting our knees track forward. So when you're doing this too, from the front, we wanna focus on knees aren't caving in. We're looking just like this, okay? I'm actually pushing my knees out just a little bit, and I'm bringing my elbows to the inside of my knees, just like that. So that's number 1, that's gonna be the squat. If you're on week 1 or week 2, you'll be doing 10 reps of that. Next is going to be a slow push-up. So I'm gonna be up against the wall, hands on the wall, and we're going down slow. 1, 2, 3, and then up. Try not to flare your elbows up like this. We wanna have them down, think 45 degrees, and then right back up. If you can do that on the floor, you can just go down like this. We can do a couple options. One's gonna be, are we just on our knees like this? Think straight line from our knees all the way to our shoulders. Again, still keeping my elbows in, and then up. So I'm still going down slow and controlled, and then up. If you think you can go from this position, going slow, and then up, you can of course go for that. So those are your first 2 exercises. Go ahead and do them. If you're doing 1, 2, or 3 sets, you can pause the video and press play as soon as you're ready to come on to the next one. So the next one is going to be just 1 exercise by itself. It's going to be a lunge iso hold. So a couple options here. 1, if you're right by that wall still, great, you can put your hand on the wall for balance. What I'm going to have you do is we're going to step back, okay? We're gonna be in a split lunge position. Now here's the key, this is what I want you to focus on. If you need balance, put your hand on the wall. I'm only gonna have us go down just a little bit, okay? So we're not necessarily going down like that, right here. So like right in the middle of a lunge, that's where I want us to be. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this position. You'll have a time on your program for how long I want you to do that for. Come back, and then go ahead and do the other leg, okay? So we're just holding that. If you feel like you can go a little bit lower, both legs bend, go with whatever you feel comfortable with. From the front, we're focusing on not letting the knee come in like that, okay? That one's by itself, so you can press pause, go ahead and do the prescribed number of sets there, make sure you rest in between, and then come back when you're ready for the next round. For the next few things, we're going to be down on the ground. So what we're gonna do is it's gonna be a frog bridge, and then it's going to be a dead bug hold. You actually got a couple of dead bugs here. So when we're on the ground, here's what I want you to do. The frog bridge, we start, so a bridge is in this position just like this. For the frog bridge, I just want you to put the soles of your feet together, let your knees go out, lie down, and we're bridging up from there, go down under control, and you should feel that in your butt, okay? So we're going down under control, and you should feel that in your butt. If you're on week 1 or week 2, it's going to be 10 reps. If you're on week 3 or week 4, it'll be 12 reps. So the next one that we're going to do is we're going to do a a dead bug iso hold. So we're gonna put our legs at 90 degrees. We're gonna put our hands right on our knees. We're gonna crunch up a little bit, and then we're going to drive our knees into our hands and our hands into our knees. That's gonna build up tension, and you should feel that in your core, okay? So definitely try to make sure that you feel that in your core. Of course, I can be relaxed and I'm not feeling it, but we're pushing and pushing. So you're gonna hold that for the prescribed amount of time. You can make this as challenging as you want. So after this, you can go ahead and you can press pause, and I'm going to show you the next round of exercises. We're still going to be on the ground. So the last two things that you're going to do are going to be what's it called, an around the world dead bug, and then a shoulder tap. Okay? So for the around the world dead bug, what you're going to do is same exact position, and so be crunched up just a little bit. Now our hands are going to go just like this. So I want you to go out right hand, back in right hand, out left hand, back in, out left leg. Make sure your low back stays in contact with the ground, nothing else moves. Back in, out right leg, back in, nothing else moves. Then we're back to the right hand, left leg, and then right leg. That's the around the world dead bug. So you're gonna go from here, we're gonna flip over, and we're gonna go right into a shoulder tap. So the shoulder tap, what we're gonna do is we are going to go into either push-up position, tap the opposite shoulder, trying not to rotate our hips. Imagine there's a glass of water on your back and you didn't want it to spill. The other option is we drop down to our knees, just like this, tap the opposite shoulder. And I should feel that in my stomach, especially as I lift my leg up. If you want to make it a little bit less challenging, just hike your hips up just slightly. Still try to make sure that you feel that in your stomach. Okay, and then you completed the bodyweight routine 1. Good work.